service right here in Maryland. Tonight, Congressman Dutch Ruffersberger wants to make sure it never happens again. WJZ is live. Derek Valcourt with details on how he plans to do it. Derek.
Tonight, he'll formally ask his colleagues in Congress to help him pass a law that would make it illegal to protest during a soldier's funeral. Protests by the Westboro Baptist Church at the 2006 funeral of Maryland Marine Matthew Snyder upset thousands of veterans. People like Butch Henry.
I wish I could have been there so I could wrap him in the head. I'm not a violent person.
Just as upsetting to many, last week's Supreme Court decision that the Westboro Church broke no laws and their anti-gay funeral protests are protected under the First Amendment.
I believe in freedom of speech, but there's a line you got to draw.
Congressman Dutch Ruffersberger agrees. That's why this afternoon he unveiled what he's calling the Safe Haven for Heroes Act, a bill designed to allow groups like Westboro to exercise free speech without impacting funerals.
We're not taking away their ability to speak whatever they want to speak and the content. All we're saying is that we want to be able to restrict the time and place as long as it's reasonable.
Under his proposal, protests would not be allowed for 5 hours before or 5 hours after a soldier's funeral. And even then, if they still decided to protest, they'd have to stay at least 2,500 feet away. Westboro Baptist Church members call the bill a blatant violation of the First Amendment and promise more of their funeral protests.
We are trying to warn you to flee the wrath of God. Flee eternal destruction. What could be more kind than that?
But veterans hope the bill will stop the group from disgracing soldiers who died for their country.
Tenfold, I'm for it. They should be nowhere near allowed around something like this, whether it be a civil funeral or a military funeral. They shouldn't even be around this kind of stuff. Let people grieve in peace.
Ruffersberger's bill would only apply to soldiers' funerals, not to civilian funerals, which the Westboro group protests as well. Congressman Ruffersberger says he limited the bill in that way because he wanted to make sure it would stand up to any constitutional challenges in court. We're live. Derek Valcourt, WJZ Eyewitness News.
Thank you. Congressman Ruffersberger says he plans to formally introduce the bill to Congress tonight at 6:30.
At this hour.